पुराने जमाने के
टीचिंग के तरीकों से
हमको क्यों पढ़ाते हैं? It's so boring.
अब वेदांतु देगा प्रॉब्लम से छुटकारा।
Hi kids.
समझ
Hello teacher.
आएगा तो मजा आएगा, मजा आएगा तो समझ आएगा।
Best teachers पढ़ाए तो simple लगे everything.
Leaderboards and quizzes से
Amazing.
learning हो जाए happening। समझ आएगा तो मजा आएगा, मजा आएगा तो
Vedantu. Learn live online. To attend a free live class, download the app now.
Hello everyone, welcome back and a very good evening to all of you. I hope you guys are doing great. Now, today's session of Killer 5 series, we will be looking at the chapter Straight Lines. So this is one of the most important topics, I would say, because the entire coordinate geometry relies on this particular topic, and that is why we have picked this for Killer 5. Let us try to see some really interesting questions from this chapter. Okay, so guys, we have completed integration yesterday. I'm sure you guys liked the questions. Please do note them down and keep working on them. That is how you improve, isn't it? So let us get started. For those who are not aware of the Killer series schedule, this is it. You have trigonometry, set, integration and straight lines almost done, and this is what is to come. So you can make a note of it, and if you feel you need some support in these topics, please do mark your calendars and do attend these sessions. It will be very beneficial for you, okay? Especially for those who are looking to break into that 90 plus zone. Okay, perfect guys. So before we get into the questions, I would like to introduce myself. For those who are not knowing me, my name is Shimon Joseph and I'm a maths master teacher here at Vedantu, and I've been teaching for almost 6 years now, mentoring 5,000 amazing students like all of you. And like you guys, I too prepared for JEE Mains, JEE Advanced, KVPY, and I cleared all of them. So with that, let's move to the first question. The first question for today is on your screen. I'm going to start off with a simple one. It is not so difficult, but yes, I know that some of you are afraid of locus questions, and that is why I have picked this. We are going to understand what is locus, how to handle that. Okay, that is what we are going to learn through this question. Let us get started guys. So we have a point A and B to be the vertices of triangle ABC. Now the centroid of the triangle, they are saying it moves along this line. What does it mean? My centroid is going to lie anywhere along this line. It is not a fixed point. Why is my centroid not fixed? Because guys, your third vertex is not fixed now. Your third vertex will also keep moving. That is why you see your centroid is also moving. Clear? That is when locus comes into picture. Let us try to break this question down. So you guys can try it along with me. I would really appreciate that. Let us get started. And whenever you solve a coordinate geometry question, what is the first thing you do? You have to draw a diagram. Let's do that. So I will take a single color, the black one, which all of you prefer. I'm going to draw a nice triangle. So we have ABC. A is what? A is going to be 2, minus 3. And what is my B? My B is going to be minus 2, 1. What is my C? We have to find locus of the third vertex. Isn't that correct? So whenever we want to find locus, I will take that point as H, K. It is a general notation guys. You would see the same notation being used in all the standard textbooks which you will be using for preparing JEE, Mains as well as Advanced. That is why I will stick to this notation. And now, what is a centroid? I would like to know what is my centroid's coordinates. I would like to know what is my centroid's coordinate. Let's try to figure it out. What is the formula for G? We all know that G is nothing but x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3, comma, y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Don't you all agree with me on that? That is going to be my coordinate of centroid. So let's do that. What do I get when I substitute x1, x2, x3? What are x1, x2, x3? They are nothing but the x coordinates of the 3 vertices. And y1, y2, y3 are nothing but the y coordinates of the 3 vertices. So when I substitute, what do I get? I get G to be x1, 2 plus x2 minus 2 plus x3 h which will be h by 3, comma, what will be y1 plus y2 plus y3? Minus 3 plus 1 plus k, which will be k minus 2 by 3. So this will be the coordinates of my centroid. Now why am I doing this? Because guys, when they say find the locus, you have to get an equation in terms of h and k alone. So I have to find out some relation in h and k alone. If I find that out, my job is done. So here the information which I am trying to use is the centroid moving along this line. Now I got the coordinates of my centroid. I know that my centroid moves along this line. That means my centroid should satisfy this line equation. Isn't that correct? So when I make it satisfy, what do I get? I get 2h by 3. Because 2x means what? 2 times x coordinate plus 3 times y coordinate. So 3k minus 6 by 3 is equal to 1, which implies what? Which implies 2h plus 3k is equal to 9. So I got a relation in terms of h and k alone. That is my locus. That's it. Over. So what is locus and what is the algorithm to find it out? First thing is take the locus point as h comma k. First step. Second step is use the condition given and try to get an equation in terms of h and k alone without any other parameter. Did I get equation in terms of h and k alone? Yes. The last step is write h as x and k as y. That is your answer. So do I have an answer which looks like that? Let me move this and see if we got the correct answer. 2x plus 3y equal to 9. Yes, I do have it. I do have it in my D option. I hope you guys liked it. This is how you approach locus questions. Okay? It was a simple one, but it drives the concept of locus in a very simple manner. That is why it has found a place in today's discussion. Okay guys? So I'll give you some time. Please go through it and write down the solution. And if you have any doubts, however easy or however silly it might be, please do let me know. Please do let me know in the chat and comments. I will help you out. Okay? With that, let us move forward. Let's go to the second question. And guys, for those who are watching it later, if you would like to read through the solution slowly, I have attached the solutions as well over here. And for this, you need to check out the session PDF, which will be available in the description after the video is done. Okay? So you have to go to the Vedantu app, download the session PDF if you want to look at the solutions later on. So with that, let us move forward. The right answer is option D. The next question is right over here. This was a very recent year question. 2019 JEE Mains, 9th April. So it was the second session of JEE Mains. So let's have a look at this question. There are two straight lines. Of course, they are straight lines. Why? Because they are linear equations in x and y. So these two straight lines are perpendicular. That's the first piece of information you understand. That is the first piece of information you understand. These two are perpendicular. So naturally, I know that the product of my slopes of these two lines will be equal to minus 1. Okay? The product of slopes of these two lines will be equal to minus 1. Now, I will use that for sure because that is the information given. After I use that information, I have to move on to the next phase. What is that? The distance of their points of intersection from the origin is what I have to find out. Very easy question. So guys, let us get started solving this question. There are a few good concepts involved over here. So let us see what is that. First thing is, I know that the product of the slopes of my lines will be minus 1. What is the slope of first line? Slope of any line is equal to minus coefficient of x divided by coefficient of y. This is slope for a line ax plus by plus c equal to 0. So now slope of this line will be minus 1 by a minus 1 into slope of this line will be what? Minus 2 by a square. That's it. That will be equal to minus 1. So minus 1 will go off. You will have minus 2 is equal to a cube minus a square. So if I take it to the other side, I'll get a cube minus a square plus 2 equal to 0. Now I have a cubic equation. How do I solve and get the value of a? So whenever you have cubic equation, you have to guess one root. No? So let's try to guess the roots. I know that minus 1 satisfies this. So first I'll substitute 0, 1, minus 1 and all that, right? That's how you go. So here 0 of course doesn't satisfy for a. I have to put plus 1 or minus 1. Plus 1 also doesn't satisfy. We can clearly see that. When I put minus 1, it seems to satisfy. Therefore, I know one root of that will be minus 1. So how do I factorize it? You use something called a synthetic division. Okay? Or you can use long division, but I would prefer synthetic division. It's faster that way. So minus 1 is a root which I guessed. What are the coefficient of a cube? Coefficient of a cube is 1. Coefficient of a square is minus 1. Coefficient of a is 0. Coefficient of the constant term is 2. So now, how do you use synthetic division? We know that first place I should put a 0. So this 1 will come down. Now minus 1 into 1 will be minus 1. Minus 1 will be minus 2. Now take product. Minus 1 into minus 2 will be 2. 2 plus 0 is 2. And minus 1 into 2 will be minus 2, which will be 0. So guys, let me tell you a short trick here. If you guess the root correctly, you should get a 0 at the end. I hope some of you are aware of synthetic division. I know some of you might be hearing it for the first time. Please try to understand it, guys, and try to learn it because it's faster. Okay? Faster than long division. Now, what is the benefit, sir? What is the use of this? I will teach you what will happen now. I'm going to close this by erasing it. Now, let's write down. I have a cube minus a square plus 2. I factorize this as a plus 1 because minus 1 is a root. The remaining factor is what we get from synthetic division. So I started off with a cube now. So after I remove a linear factor, I will be left out with a quadratic. So this 1 is a coefficient of a square. This minus 2 is the coefficient of a, and this plus 2 is the constant term. So this is the factorized form of this one over here. That is a good catch. Okay. So that is why you need to learn synthetic division. If you do not know this, go back to your basics. Go back to long division. It will take a lot of time, but still you will get the question correct. Okay. Now, this one is equal to 0 we have to do now. Because I am solving it for equal to 0. So that means a is equal to minus 1. There is no other root. Why there is no other root? Because guys, for this, there is no real root. You can check out the discriminant. What is the discriminant for this? D is equal to b square minus 4 into a into c, which is less than 0. Because discriminant is less than 0, there is no other root. Therefore, the only possible value of a is minus 1. That's it. We have got our answer. I'm going to erase everything. So after I prove that a is equal to minus 1, how do I solve my question? Let's try to have a look at that. I will put a equal to minus 1 back. So I will get x minus 2y is equal to 1 as one equation. And what is the other equation? The other equation is 2x plus y is equal to 1. That's it. Solve both of them. Your answer is done. So I'll multiply this by 2. What do I get? 4x plus 2y is equal to 2. Now I'll add this and this. So what will I get? I will get 5x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3 by 5. If x is 3 by 5, what is my y? Any idea? If x is 3 by 5, what will be my y? My y will be 1 minus 2x. Y is equal to 1 minus 2x. So it will be minus 1 by 5. That is my y value. Now you can find out the distance of point of intersection. I hope all of you are understanding what I'm doing here. Guys, I found out a by the condition that they are perpendicular. And then I put it back so as to find the lines individually. And then I'm finding their point of intersection. This point is nothing but their intersection point. Now this intersection point, I have to measure the distance of it from the origin. So I have to measure distance between 3 by 5 comma minus 1 by 5 and 0 comma 0. What is the answer? The answer is 9 by 25 plus 1 by 25, which will be 10 by 25 whole root. 10 by 25 whole root is what? which will be 5 2s are 5 5s are, so it will be whole root of 2 by 5. So whole root of 2 by 5 will be my answer for this question. I hope you guys understood it. If you have any doubts or questions in the way I did it, please do let me know. And guys, if synthetic division was new for you, which I did, please note it down and try to learn it, because it can help you solve cubic equations a bit faster when you can factorize it. Okay, so note it down. With that, let's move forward. I will give you probably 5 to 6 seconds for taking screenshot or noting down whatever you felt was useful. Yep, let us go ahead guys, let's move on. So the answer for this question is option A, which is whole root 2 by 5, and the way to solve it I have clearly explained over here. Please go through it guys. Okay, let's move ahead. Let's go to the next question. Now we are getting to real stuff. So we have a JEE Advanced 2013 question over here, and we are supposed to find out which of these options are right. Okay, so it is a multiple choice question guys. You have to be a bit careful over here. You need to check which of these options may be correct and which can be wrong. Okay, so let's try to solve this question together. You guys are going to take a pen and a paper and we are going to do it together. Okay, so let us try to read the information. I'll keep my writing tools over here. So here I have A greater than B, B greater than C, and all of them are positive. Okay, now I want to find out the distance between 1, 1 and the point of intersection of this and this line. So guys, first what should we find out? I have to find out the point of intersection, because only if I find out the point of intersection I can figure out what will be the distance between 1, 1 and the point of intersection. So let's try to do that first. What will be the point of intersection? I need to solve these two equations. I need to solve these two equations. Are you guys able to follow that? Yes. So what will I do? I'll multiply the first one by B, and I'll multiply the second one by A, and then what will I do? I will subtract both of them. So if I subtract both of them, what do I get? I will get B square minus A square times of Y, because X will get cancelled. It will be equal to what? Minus C. If I take common, I will get B minus A. So what will be left out? Y will be equal to minus C by A plus B. That is my Y coordinate. So I got my Y coordinate, and guys, can I say my X coordinate will also be the same? My X coordinate will also be the same by symmetry. So if not, we will try to derive it. The same way you can derive it, what will you do? You will try to eliminate Y and then solve it. So when you try to eliminate Y and solve it, you will get the same thing as your X coordinate. We will try to do that. First, note it down guys. I'm going to use the same space for proving that X is also the same. Okay, let's do that quickly and then we'll move forward solving this question. Perfect. So I'm going to erase it and I'm going to redo it so that we'll get our X coordinate also to be the same. Okay. So what do we have here? I have these two lines, AX plus BY is equal to minus C, and I have BX plus AY is equal to minus C. Now I have to find out what is my X coordinate. So I will multiply by A over here, and I will multiply by B over here. And now what will I do? I will subtract both of them so that my Y coordinate is totally gone. So let's do that. I will get A square minus B square times of X is equal to what? Is equal to minus C times of A minus B. Now do you guys see that? My X coordinate is also the same, because guys, A is not equal to B, therefore I can cancel it. Isn't that correct? Because if A is equal to B, there will be coincident lines, na? That does not make any sense. So A is not equal to B, therefore I can cancel them, and I will get X is equal to minus C by A plus B. Is that fine? All of you clear with that? Yes? Perfect. Now with that, let's try to figure out the distance between 1, 1 and this point. So what is the distance between 1, 1 and this point? It is nothing but x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is my distance square. Now we know that our d should be less than 2 root 2. Isn't that correct? They said the distance between 1, 1 and our point of intersection is less than 2 root 2. So that means my d is less than 2 root 2. So can I say that my d square will be less than 8? Because I squared both sides. Distance is of course positive. So when both sides are positive, I can square and still the sign of the inequality will be intact. Now let's club that over here. So that will be what? 2 times of 1 plus c by a plus b whole square less than 8. So I'll have 1 plus c by a plus b whole square less than 4. So guys, I know that this inside quantity is positive and I know that this is also positive. So if I take root on both sides, I will write it as 1 plus c by a plus b is less than 2. Very simple, because when I take root, whatever comes outside the root must be positive, and I know that this is positive. How? Because a, b, c are positive. Done. Okay. So can I say that this one, if it goes to the other side, I will have c by a plus b is less than 1. So c will be less than a plus b. So a plus b minus c is greater than 0. So a plus b minus c is greater than 0 is the right option. Brilliant question. Okay. Now wait a minute, you are not done, because it's a multiple choice question like I said, and it is from JEE Advanced 2013. So we are not yet done. So don't be in a hurry. The second choice for this question is very easy to figure out, because look at option C, guys. I have a minus b plus c. Okay. So let me break it down and see. I know that a is greater than b. Do you all see that? A is greater than b. So can I say a minus b will be greater than 0 because a is greater? Now we know that c is a positive quantity. So already this is greater than 0. To that I am adding a positive quantity. Don't you guys think that it will be greater than 0? Of course it has to be. Therefore, option C is also correct. Okay? And option D is also correct if it was greater than. Because it is less than 0, it is wrong. Okay? If I had a greater than 0 here, of course it would have been true because all of them are positive. But that would have been a very easy question to solve. Okay? So guys, I hope you understood the way I did it. This was an interesting one, not too difficult because it involved a lot of calculation and some observations which you have to find out. Okay, if you guessed symmetry, you would have done it a bit faster, but if not, you have to solve for x, then get y, then find it out, then compare the distance and then get the inequality and solve it. Okay, so please take some time, 5 to 6 seconds. You guys can note it down, and after you are done, we will move ahead to the next question. Okay, so let us move forward, guys. Let's take it up and get to the next question that we have in store. So the answers along with the solution is provided as part of the session PDF. You guys can go through it and learn the concepts in detail slowly. Okay, so the next question is again from JEE Advanced. So this is from a very recent year. So your immediate seniors have written this question. Let's try to solve it now. You guys are going to do it along with me. So let us get started, guys. So we have a line intersecting a circle. So when a line intersects a circle, it's of course at 2 points. If it meets only at 1 point, you say touching. And if it never meets, it's called neither secant nor a tangent. Okay. But here they are talking about intersecting at 2 points. So this line is called as a secant to the circle. Okay. Now the midpoint of PQ has x coordinate minus 3 by 5. Then which of the following options is correct? That is what they're asking. And guys, let me tell you, it is not as difficult as it seems to be. It's a pretty simple question. So you guys have to overcome this fear of difficult questions. That is the whole intention of this Killer 5 series. I'm going to take you to a level wherein you will find any question in JEE Mains easy. That is the ultimate motive behind this. Okay guys, so let us see why this question is super easy to solve. Let us get started. So now we have a line and a circle. So let me draw the circle first. So let's draw a nice circle which is having center at what? Center at 3, minus 2. So center is 3, minus 2. And there is a line which intersects the circle at 2 points. So this is my Q and this is my P. Do you guys understand that? And what is this line equation? This line equation is y equal to mx plus 1. Now that should be very clear to everyone. What is the midpoint of PQ? The midpoint of PQ, let's call this point as M. Let's say that is the midpoint. And we know that a line from the center drawn perpendicular to a chord will be bisecting the chord. So if I draw a perpendicular from center to the chord, it will be nothing but the point M. It will be meeting at no other point other than M. Isn't that correct, guys? Perfect. Now, can I say slope of OM into slope of PQ is equal to minus 1? Because OM is perpendicular to PQ. Therefore, the product of their slopes will be minus 1. Pretty simple concept. Isn't that correct, guys? Now, I know that the coordinates of M are minus 3 by 5, y coordinate I do not know. I don't know the y coordinate. But guys, we can get it in terms of M because this line is y equal to mx plus 1. And we know that M lies on this line. So the y coordinate of M will be M times the x coordinate. M times the x coordinate plus 1. So this is my y coordinate, which will be minus 3m plus 5 by 5. This will be my y coordinate of the point M. So now, why did I have to figure it out? Why do I have to go through so much of effort to just figure out the y coordinate? Because guys, in order to use this condition, I know slope of PQ. What is slope of PQ? M. That's it. This line has a slope of M. So slope of PQ is very easy to find. But wait a minute. How do I get slope of OM? I will get slope of OM only if this point is known. Only then I can use the formula, right? What is the formula I'm going to use? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 will be my slope of OM. So let's try to use this formula and get what is the slope of OM. So slope of OM will be equal to what? y2 minus y1. So minus 2 plus 3m minus 5 by 5 divided by x2 minus x1. So 3 plus 3 by 5, which will be 18 by 5. So what is slope of OM, guys? Slope of OM will be 3m minus 15 by 18. Is that correct? So that is my slope of OM. So guys, I'm going to erase everything else. That will be helpful for me to solve. So if you want to note something down, please note it down. I hope till now you guys have no issues because I've used very basic concepts here. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. Okay? So please note it down. With that, let us move forward. Let us move forward solving this question. Okay? So only piece of information I need is nothing but slope of OM and slope of PQ. Slope of OM I know. What is that? It is nothing but 3m minus 15 by 18 and slope of PQ is m. This product should be minus 1. So let's do that. 3m square minus 15m is equal to minus 18. So what will I get? 3m square minus 15m plus 18 is equal to 0. So if I cancel 3 from everything, I'll get m square minus 5m plus 6 equal to 0. So what is the value of m? I get m equal to 2 and 3. Guys, this is a quadratic. I'm sure by now you should be knowing what are the roots of this. We have been doing this, I think, right from 9th standard, right? 9, 10, 11, 12th. So m square minus 5m plus 6 will have roots as 2 and 3. So the answer is what? C. Because 2 and 3 lies only in this interval. I don't think the other intervals has 2 and 3. Let's move this and check it. Option A doesn't, option B doesn't, option D doesn't. So obviously it has to be C. Okay? Got it? And did you guys experience that not so difficult feeling? That is the essence of it, guys. So any question, be it JEE Advanced or JEE Mains, can be solved if you stick to your basics and if your ground level understandings are better. Okay? So focus on your basics and make sure you are good at that. Okay? With that, let's move forward. Let us move forward to the last question for today's session. So the fifth one for today is also a JEE Main question. Okay? So let us move forward. So this is the last question for today. You guys are going to solve it. It is a JEE Main 2014 question. So here again we are coming back to triangles. So we have PS being the median of our triangle PQR, and I want to find out the equation of a line which passes through a given point and parallel to my PS. Very simple, straightforward. 4 marks if you get it correct fully. Okay? So let's try to solve this question. Let us get started. And guys, if you know the answer, please do comment it down. I would be really happy if you solved it. So now, what do we have? We have a triangle. Whenever a coordinate geometry question is asked, please draw the diagram. That is the first step. So this is my coordinate of point P, which is 2, 2, and my Q will be 6, minus 1, and my R will be what? My R will be 7, 3. Okay, all good till here? Now, I want to find out the equation of line passing through this point. So whenever you want to find equation of line, you need two conditions, isn't it? Either you need 2 points, or you need 1 point, 1 slope, or you need intercepts. So every time you need two conditions. Here what is given? Here we are given 1 point and we are given information about slope. So parallel to PS is given. So if I get the slope of PS, my job is done. So to get the slope of PS, I need to find what is S. What is S? S is nothing but the midpoint of QR, because PS is my median. So S has to divide it into two equal portions. Therefore, my S will be the midpoint of QR, which will be what? 6 plus 7 by 2, 13 by 2, comma, minus 1 plus 3 by 2, which will be 1. So I got what is my S. Now I would like to find out slope of PS. What is slope of PS? I will use y2 minus y1, which is 2 minus 1 by x2 minus x1, 2 minus 13 by 2, which will be how much, guys? Can you all help me out over here? It will be minus of 2 by 9. Isn't that correct? Slope of PS will be equal to minus of 2 by 9, because 2 minus 1 is 1. Denominator will be minus 9 by 2. That 2 will go up. Okay? So I got the slope of my line. Because it is parallel, slope of this line, which is ML, will also be equal to minus 2 by 9. And I know that it passes through 1, minus 1. So what form I'll use? 1 point slope form. So what is that? Y minus y1, which will be minus 1, is equal to m. M is minus 2 by 9. M into x minus x1. Okay? So guys, I hope you guys can see that, because in some videos it has got cut when I write on the top. If you can't see that, I'll just write it down below here. So what I wrote was y minus y1. Y1 is what? Minus 1. Is equal to m into x minus x1, which is 1. So this is my answer, guys. Simplify it and get the answer. That should be perfectly fine. Okay, so you'll get 9y plus 9 is equal to minus 2x plus 2. Okay, so it should be 2x plus 9y plus 7 equal to 0. So which is option B. Okay, so option B is absolutely right. I hope everyone is clear now. So guys, this was the last question for today. I will give you probably 5 to 6 seconds so that you guys can go through it, and if you have any doubts or comments, do let me know in the chat or in the comment section. Okay? Perfect. So with that, let us move forward. So this was the last question. You have the solutions written down in a detailed manner. If you would like to access this, you'll have to check out the description below this YouTube video. Okay? So guys, I hope all of you enjoyed today's session and you learned something useful. And the difficult questions are not what they seem to be always. So you can handle them when you stick to your basics. That is the essence of today's lecture. And if you guys are interested in a more intensive and rigorous course, then I would suggest you to check out this crash course offered by Vedantu. It is a month long and you guys can get access to a lot of quality content. And it's available for a very reasonable price of 8,000 if you use the coupon code SJCC, which stands for Shimon Joseph Crash Course. Okay? So guys, with that, let us conclude our session. All the very best. Keep working hard. I want every one of you to do well in JEE Mains 2020. And also do let me know how it goes. You have to let me know either by commenting down below or you can mail me, guys. So I can probably give you my mail ID over here. So it is nothing but shimon.joseph@vedantu.com. Okay, so that is my mail ID. I get a lot of mails from students. If you have any problem or if you have any doubts regarding your preparation, do let me know. I will try to do my best to help you figure out the right thing. Okay? So as usual, do like, share, subscribe to our channel and comment down what you felt. And all the very best, guys. Keep doing well, keep rocking in life and be happy. Okay? Take care. See you. Bye-bye.